Coming to next person is from on mail application. So this person is Navita from Bangalore.
Okay.
She says, I wish to apply for my infant, but my husband is working abroad.
Yeah.
How do I apply passport for my child?
Okay. Fine. Okay. She can apply. She can apply. See, as far as infants are concerned, connected to this query, I am just talking about generally about children, right from newborn baby till less than 18 years. Okay. They are all considered as children only. That is only infants, children like that. Okay. The classification is different, but basically they are minors. So for minors, according to the Indian Passport Act, the first and very first rule is both parents should have a passport.
Okay.
Mother and father should have a passport. Then only they can apply for the child, or at least one parent has to have a passport, and maybe they can apply together. Let's say the father has a passport, so mother and child doesn't have a passport. The mother and child can apply for a passport at one shot, but one parent definitely should have a passport. Okay. And the second thing, of course, the infant should have a valid birth certificate. It can be anywhere from India. Okay. For NRIs, it's a different story altogether. We are talking about Indian citizens. So the infant should have a birth certificate it's a valid birth certificate with the name printed and all those things. And last but not the least, both the parents should give a declaration in the form of an annexure saying that we both, that is mother in the capacity of father and mother, we both are consenting to give to issue passport for my child. So only if we
The
give
consent has to come from both
of them.
parents.
So there are other effect ways. What happens if they are separated?
If they are single mothers.
Single mothers. There is a separate query. Maybe we have to take it there.
Yeah,
so,
I
but
think
this
we
is
have that next
yeah. So
question.
the answer. So here, no. Coming back quickly. Here the case is husband and wife. There is no problem between them. But the point is that the father is abroad. The father is abroad. There is no problem as such. Only problem is in terms of he is there in a different location altogether. But what he has to do is, I told we need to submit original passports. So now that he is there in abroad, how can he basically give the original passport? It's not possible. So what he has to do is he has to take a print of the. He has to scan it, scan the passport copy, visa copy, and then the employment letter from there, then local address proof, all these things, and the annexure. The annexure, both of them have to sign. So he has to take a printout where the father has to sign, he has to sign. Along with the other documents, he has to self-attest that, and the entire set of documents he has to courier it to the mother's thing, and she has to submit it. Annexure D, her signature would be missing. She has to sign along with her documents and the child documents. She has to present. Then only it will be approved. Otherwise, it will not be approved. Without the other parents' consent, there is no way you can get it. As long as they are separated or divorced, that we will come to it later. I think there's a different effect.
Something related, but it's for the single parent.
Here
is a name like Sangeeta from Chennai. So she is asking, like, she is a single parent and she wished to apply passport for her minor child.
Yeah, it's connected to the previous one only. Yeah. So here, like I told you, if they are separated, if they are just separated, you can't apply. You can't say to the passport office, we are just my husband is not there with me, and so I am taking care of the child. So give me the passport. It's not possible. It's not possible. So here, what happens is you should be legally separated. So what do you mean by that? You should have the court papers that husband and wife are separated. Not only that, the court, there is something called as visitation rights. So even if the husband and wife are separated, the child custody, there is something called as child custody, and then there is visitation rights. Both are different. Child custody defines with which parent the child is going to be there. So husband and wife have been separated. So the child custody, the definition is given in the court order. So with whom? Whether with the father or the mother. Okay, that is point number one. So what happens to the other parent? Now the other parent, at least they will say, they will fight for it obviously, but worst case they will say, at least I should be given the opportunity to visit the child, Right. So the court also has a provision for that. Okay. So maybe over weekends, either he can come and visit the child in along with the mother, or else he can come and pick the child and go and maybe keep for 2 days, and he can bring him or her back and leave after the 2 days. So these are visitation rights. So the legal complexities are, if the child custody, I told you child custody is different, visitation rights. So child custody, let us say for example, is given to the mother, but visitation rights is given to the father.
Okay.
Then you can't apply for the passport for the child.
So they should have both.
Which means to say, custody should be there with the single parent. It should say no. It should say no visitation rights for the other parent. That means the other parent should not at all be given any visitation rights. The logic is, once you have given a visitation rights, let's say the mother applies for the passport for the child and takes him to Dubai. This guy cannot come over the weekend. He cannot come to Dubai and pick up the child, right? So here it should be no visitation rights.
So there should be a notification that.
Yeah, it should be in the court order. It should be
mandatory.
It's mandatory. Just thing. So there are certain legal complications if these things are sorted out, or else they both have to compromise, in the sense that even all these things are whatever visitation, okay, forget it. But let's say the father, for the sake of the child, if he is willing to submit all his documents with the annexure deed declaration, then we can do it.
Okay.
So that's something they both have to internally discuss.
This is very significant.
Yes. Yeah.
More important.